Good morning, here's your Chambana Weather Morning Minute for Thursday, March 19th. We've got a bit of a bumpy day. We're dry this morning. Showers and storms will be moving in by mid-morning after 9 a.m. And then it's possible we could see a round of severe storms late this evening into early tonight. We've got some big question marks that need to be answered there. Right now I'm leaning toward less in the way of severe weather versus being more amped up, and we'll talk about why that is. A low of 47 tonight. Tomorrow we'll wake up to temperatures right around 50, but those temps will be falling to around 40 by the afternoon and evening, so falling temperatures for the day on Friday. So we look at the temperatures across the U.S. at 6:30 this morning. Again, plenty of warm and humid air being drawn northward from the Gulf of Mexico. That's what's setting the stage for the potential for those severe storms and at least giving us the showers and storms early this morning. As we look at the satellite picture, this is going to be the first thing that tells the story. Now, here's Chambana, where this glowing dot right there. This is a wide area, expansive area of cloud cover with rain and thunderstorms underneath. Now, if we're going to get severe weather in March at this time of year, we need an extended period of sunshine to warm up the ground to give us that really warm and heavy feeling out there. Otherwise, we end up kind of cool, bleary, gloomy and damp, and that just, severe storms don't like that kind of environment. So it's an uphill battle as we get started already this morning. And you can see that again as we look at the radar picture, the wide view here at the entire U.S., Chambana right about there. Again, these storms on the warm front, not that big of a deal as we talk about the severe weather potential. They'll move through in the morning and get north of us. It's all this stuff that kind of lags behind it that makes me think that maybe we're a little bit on the cloudy and rainy side for more of the day than we would want to be otherwise if we're looking for those stronger storms to develop. We'll take a closer look at the radar, Champaign-Urbana, Champaign County right here. Again, noting the time here. If you're watching this video a little bit later, take an updated look at the radar. This is what we got at 6:30 this morning. Again, a big area of widespread showers and storms moving north, clearing the St. Louis area now. And again, I expect those to move in right around 9 or 10 o'clock this morning. So if you got plans to get a walk in today, taking the dog out for the walk, taking the kids out for a walk, make sure you get out and do that here early this morning because the chances for dryness are going to be decreasing as we head into the mid-morning. So here's the severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. We've got a slight risk of severe weather here in Champaign-Urbana. We've got an enhanced risk off to the south and an enhanced risk off to the northwest. What I expect here, let's go ahead and take a look at the high-resolution rapid refresh and talk about some things here. So here's the first round of storms that I just showed you making their way through the St. Louis area here early this morning. Those will be moving into the Champaign-Urbana area by around 9 or 10 this morning with heavy rain, thunder, maybe even some small hail taking us into the lunch hour. Now, as we get to mid-afternoon, I would be watching back toward the west. This is the region I'm concerned about for any potential severe storms that are going to move into our area developing, right around the Mississippi River, again back towards St. Louis, towards Quincy. Now, what we're seeing is this rain and storms, these rain and storms hanging on a little bit too long, so instead of seeing storms erupt across this area during the late afternoon and evening, we do see the forecast calling for maybe a couple isolated storms, but right now, not sure that those would have the energy that they would need to really become severe and at the most extreme end, produce a local tornado threat. Now, we will have a warm front in the region. That's what kind of gets me a little bit concerned, is that we do have the background state. As we head into the mid-afternoon and evening hours, we'll have this kind of temperature boundary across the region where Champaign-Urbana will clear into the upper 60s, but north of that, warm front temperatures are in the upper 50s. And so again, along these warm fronts, we can get some kind of turning of the surface winds, and that can allow any storm that does move into the area, give it a little added oomph, a little more in the way of rotation. So we really have to be careful and watch this one because we have the background state when we talk about wind shear. It's do we have enough in the way of instability? When the storms clear this morning, when they get out of here this around the lunch hour, do I see a big chunk of central Illinois move into clear skies, allowing things to really heat up and destabilize? That's what I'll be watching as we head into the lunch hour. Right now, I'm leaning towards that not being the case, but if that does become the case, I will need to sound the alarm bells as we head into the early afternoon for that potential for a late day severe storm. Because again, so take a look at the upper level jet stream, this big powerful wave coming in from the southwest, really strong upper level winds. That triggers really strong winds down near the surface. It'll be a blustery afternoon, but just above our heads, what we call the low level jet, very strong across the Midwest as well. So again, when we talk about that, we've got very strong winds in the low levels, even stronger winds in the upper levels. That gives us that wind shear, that turning within the atmosphere. We just need a thunderstorm to develop and take that turning in the atmosphere and flip it vertical. And that's what gives us those rotating severe storms. So the wind shear is there. Does the instability develop? Right now, it looks like probably not, maybe just a little bit on the weak side, but those questions will be answered as we head through the next 4 to 6 hours, and I'll be watching that closely. Just to show you what we deal with here over the next 5 days, again, this storm system moves through. Rain and thunderstorms come to an end overnight. We'll be quiet Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Probably Monday as well. The next storm system starts moving into the area here. Looks like around Tuesday, bringing that next chance for rain showers and maybe some thunderstorms. Again, we get a little bit of a break, but we kind of resume this pattern where we got a big trough in the west in the jet stream, and that develops low pressure systems in the central plains, which then track into our region. So an active pattern looks like it's waiting again as we head into the middle and later part of next week. A look at the next 5 days. Again, showers and storms in the forecast today. Quiet, cooler on Friday with temperatures falling from around 50 to the lower 40s. Even cooler on Saturday, but beautiful blue skies at high temperature of 40. We'll start warming up then as we head into next week. Temperatures once again getting into the 60s by the time we get to mid to late next week. But that will again come with a chance for showers and storms. So again, have a great day. Be safe. I will be paying attention to the severe weather threat later on today. If I begin to get concerned, you will find out here.